Ladies and gentlemen, this is a lightweight professional mixed martial arts bout. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. He weighed in at 70.8 kilograms. He has a professional record of 5 wins and 3 losses. Representing BKK fighters from Colchester, Jason Cooledge. Ladies and gentlemen, now welcome his opponent to the cage. He weighed in at 70 kilograms. He has a professional record of 6 wins and 4 losses. Representing Team Crossface from London, Hayden Critchfield.
Professional mixed martial arts over 3 5-minute rounds. Hayden Critchfield from Team Crossface, 6-4 is his record, against Jason Cooledge from BKK Fighters with a record of 5 wins and 3 losses. Very evenly matched on paper, Pierre.
Well, I spoke with Jason the Animal Cooledge before the fight, and he said he's gotten an edge because, as you know, Hades Critchfield actually was on the active channel for Sky teaching self-defense, and he said that he's tuned in and he's gotten some ideas on how to defeat him by his own methods.
That should be interesting to see. It's difficult when you've got a high profile. You're there to be taken out.
Now, saying that, talking about high profile, Hayden Critchfield, he's a KO champ. He's a Pro Kumite bronze medalist as well as a PKA instructor. The Animal putting some top pressure up against the cage against Critchfield.
Short knees to the inside of the thigh of Critchfield as well.
Critchfield with head control, little knee, switch kick. Both guys looking to test the waters here just to see what the other has. Knee attempt there, misses.
Short uppercut attempt from Critchfield misses as well, so they're just both out of range at the moment.
Now that body shot, foot jab straight to the face. The Animal looks like he's a little bit hurt. I think that body shot caught him.
Yes, he is hurt. You can see the grimace. The right hand followed up as well, and another knee to that already tender midsection. And that's why Cooledge is now looking for that single leg to buy himself some time. Hurt there from the attack of Critchfield, as you said, Pierre.
And I think Hayden Critchfield, I think he missed a golden opportunity. He had him hurt at range. However, he followed him up, allowing the Animal to grab that clinch. And now look where he's at. It had Critchfield, the aggressor, on the bottom, and no longer has the upper hand.
Yes, he landed with a straight right, but then threw the straight right again. Whereas when you're looking for body positioning, throwing that right, having to come in, is why he's here now, because the leg was made available.
Now he's got a headlock there on the Animal. Animal looking to take his back. However, Critchfield is looking to turn the hips, turn him back into him. He's got leg control. Now the important thing, now look at that, an attempted rear naked choke. I don't know if he has that underneath the chin, but there's other things that you can attack. You have a neck crank from there. You can switch over to a possible arm bar.
And he's in trouble here, Critchfield, and as you said, it's from a position of advantage, so he will be very frustrated if Cooledge manages to keep this on and sink it in and get the submission, you'll see a very frustrated Hayden Critchfield because he had a golden opportunity for a KO finish.
And like you said, the animal was hurt. He did grimace. Critchfield followed it up, but again, you got to keep that range.
He's in real problems here, Pierre, from this.
Now the animal looks to continue that back mount. I believe Critchfield has a 2-on-1. Now look at that. Good work by Critchfield to get out of a very tough position. Knee sneaks in, catches the animal, not flush.
Back and forward in the opening round, very entertaining from both men. You had Critchfield with the advantage early. Cooledge then taking him to ground to clear his head and compose himself again. And for me, that's evened this fight up quite noticeably now.
Yeah, now the animal is from BKK. Jack Mason, as you know, champion here in the UK, as well as I believe he's with the Steve Brand. Both guys, heavy wrestling base, and you can tell it here, the animal. Continue to put pressure on Critchfield, driving him up against the cage, looking for a single leg dump.
Now for me, what Critchfield needs is to find that space again, that room, to get his good technique off upright. Because we see that he can hurt Jason Cooledge.
Well, now also Cooledge has, he has that in the back of his mind. I was hurt at range, so now I want to go ahead and close that down, keep on top of him. If Critchfield could get it back out into the middle, into the open, and try to use that to his advantage, because if he wants to close down the distance, wait with that uppercut as he comes in or that straight backhand.
As we said, at the moment it's the wrestler that is dictating the pace here and where the fight is happening. And we've seen in previous fights just how dangerous elbows can be as Cooledge looks to drop those elbows on the face of Hayden Critchfield.
Now Critchfield tried to go back door, however it looks like he possibly give up his back. Now Animal looking for a possible armbar here, or he's going to switch over to try to do a push through triangle choke. Nope, he opts to throw the leather straight down the pipe.
Good old-fashioned ground and pound.
Now he has to be careful because Cooledge looks like he might be giving up position. Now that triangle choke side on. I don't know if he's going to be able to get it, but it looks like he's switching over for a Kimura, and he has that locked. He's going to omoplata. If he can sit up, he can go omoplata. Now very beautifully done there by Critchfield. There's a potential for a Kimura there, but Critchfield puts his knee so the arm doesn't go past the knee. Very good work there by Critchfield. Very, very smart grappling.
And Pierre, a round of two halves there. Good start from Critchfield, but Cooledge finished very strongly.
Yeah, you could argue either way. I myself think it could possibly be even, but I will say one thing. The game plan, the die has been set, if you know what I mean. We know that Cooledge is going to be a little bit iffy on that outside, staying on that outside range. It works for Critchfield, Critchfield being the longer fighter and possibly the better striker. However, the animal wants to close down that distance, get it down, and that's where he's been dominant. And you would expect that from a BKK fighter. And it's who can implement that game plan here in the second.
So second of potentially three rounds. We've got it quite even on our cards. Obviously they're not the official cards. But as Pierre said, it's two very distinct game plans. And as we saw there, we know what Cooledge's is. He wants to take this to ground again. Critchfield needs to get that range, that space.
The animal looking for a possible single leg or maybe even a high crotch. Look at the amount of pressure that the animal's putting on Critchfield. He's digging down low, keeping him based up against the cage. Looking to step around, possibly hit a trailer for the takedown.
And here he goes. But you've been impressed with Critchfield's defense on the ground so far. It might be Cooledge initiating the takedowns, looking to attack, but you've been impressed with the way Critchfield defends that.
Yeah, it's the small things that he does. It's the little, switch of the hips, and the way that he stopped that Kimura attempt from that omoplata was beautiful. Just keep the knee in front so he can't push the arm back. And, it's little things like that that I love to see in a bout like this.
Now Cooledge out of range with those elbow attempts. And at the moment, Critchfield very comfortable on his back.
Now he's going to look to base that knee across the hip to keep Cooledge at distance. Critchfield now, oh, big up kick. However, you can't do that when you have 3 points of contact on the mat. Referee will warn him for that.
And sportingly, Cooledge makes nothing of it. They touch gloves and go again. And Cooledge now trying to posture up and lay down the leather on Critchfield.
Now Cooledge is going to have to keep the shots short. He doesn't want to overextend because Critchfield looks like he's just waiting for something, baiting him possibly.
Whereas Cooledge was looking to transition there, Pierre, as he has done now. Not fully successfully though, has he?
No, because he's still in the half guard of Critchfield. What he needs to do, turn onto the hip, kick out with the other leg, and bring that other leg across so he gets that full side mount. And again, with that half guard, Critchfield still has some measure of control.
But this round, the pattern has been set earlier with Cooledge being the man to set the aggression, do the takedowns. Critchfield hasn't had the success upright, so although we keep saying he's defending well, that isn't enough in this round for me.
No, not at all. The game is to win, and here scoring points is Cooledge. You don't score points for defending.
And we said it was two very distinct game plans, and at the moment it will be Cooledge's, the Animals camp, that will be far happier surely as we're over halfway through this round now.
Yeah. Now, Cooledge is walking away with it here in the second. I had it very even at the beginning. Critchfield is just content right now to keep locked down or half guard. Cooledge putting the head down, out to the side. Now you have what's called a Von Flue choke. He may be setting up, nope, he's looking for a step over triangle choke there. Critchfield able to get out of it.
But again, for Critchfield, the problem is it's very good defensive technique, but there's been no offense in this round. He has been in this defensive mode the whole round as Cooledge tests him in various ways here. And it must be strength sapping as well, Pierre.
Well, not only that, even though he's not really getting too banged up, he's carrying the weight of Cooledge. Cooledge has stayed on for majority from that top position during the second round, and you're carrying that dead weight. And this is the second tip for a head and arm choke there by the Animal. And he looked like he may be able to step that left leg out. He needs to walk it across, and he taps. Critchfield taps to the head and arm choke.
Well, you've got to admire Jason Cooledge there. He had a game plan. He stuck to it, Pierre. He was dogged, he was resilient, and he kept going until he got the result he wanted.
Like a dog to a bone, just wouldn't give it up. And now his teammate Arnold, who we saw earlier tonight, and what I would have to say could possibly be the fight of the night. Strong team, BKK fighters, both of their representatives walking away with wins here tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 4 minutes 15 seconds of the second round, we have a winner to the tapper from Arm Triangle, Jason Cooledge. And a big hand to your up, Hayden Critchfield. Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout is a welterweight professional bout. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. He weighed in at 77 kilograms. He has a professional record of 2 wins and